now, Michael?
Circus came to town with the elephants and clowns. The air was thick like cotton candy that day. It was July 6, 1944. The local boys were home from war in Hartford the day the circus came to town. Big Top was a sight to see, entertaining for the family. All eyes were fixed on the greatest show on earth. The Walendas were up on the ropes, a sudden flash of fire, then smoke in Hartford the day the circus came to town. That disaster march was playing, a signal from the band. Get the buckets, boys, there's danger here today. The air was raining fire, canvas embers everywhere. Get the children out, show them the way. Well, that tent was made to keep water out, but it burned like grass in a drought. The canvas had been treated with gasoline. And after those flames had spread, 168 lay dead in Hartford the day the circus came to town. That disaster march was playing, a signal from the band. Get the buckets, boys, there's danger here today. The air was raining fire, canvas embers everywhere. Get the children out, show them the way. 1,000 more lay hospitalized. Nobody had realized the dangers waiting there that day. When the flames from hell broke through the ground, melting the faces of the clowns in Hartford the day the circus came to town. A disaster march was playing, a signal from the band. Get the buckets, boys, there's danger here today. The air was raining fire, canvas embers everywhere. Get the children out, show them the way. What caused the spark? Was it an accident, a fool's mistake, or was it set? Nobody knows. That mystery remains. With it lives the memories of 30 minutes turn to eternity in Hartford the day the circus came to town. In Hartford the day the circus burned down.
That was beautiful, thank you.
Thank you, Michael. Governor Rell could not be here today because she's in Boston testifying at the BRAC Commission trying to save the Groton subbase from closing. We are honored to have here former Governor Lowell Weicker and the former First Lady of Connecticut, Claudia Weicker. Thank you for being with us today.
As you look around, there are so many faces that help make today a reality. and so much hard work that has gone into this special ceremony today. We would like to introduce to you the co-chairs of the committee. Chief Teal is going to be coming up, as well as Kathy Spada Basto.
Thank you very much for coming out today. I'd just like to begin my little speech with a quote from the great late Sir Winston Churchill. At the end of his life, when he was looking back at his many victories and many defeats, he stated, "I have done my best." As co-chair of the Hartford Circus Fire Committee, and I believe I am speaking for all the members of our committee, especially the 8 core members who have worked tirelessly for the last 3 years, I can proudly and honorably say that we have done our best to make this monument a reality. It was about 4 years ago to this very day that my husband and I decided to come up to actually see the site of the Circus Fire Memorial. We came up here and all we saw was a field. But as luck would have it, we met Chief Charles Teal, a regular visitor to this site, and that was the day that our committee began to work on this project. Along came Rick Davey and Don Massey, and from there the rest is history. We did this primarily for the 168 victims that lost their lives that day. We knew that individually they had their own resting spots, but collectively there needed a place where people could come to remember all the victims collectively. Thus we have today the People's Monument. We also did this for the survivors, those who have mourned their whole lives over this. Now we hope that in some ways they can find peace, that they can come up here and find a place of solitude and contemplation. We also created this memorial in memory of the heroes that day. Heroes such as my own grandfather, Archibald F. Saunders, who went back into the burning tent that day and saved countless lives. We also want to remember the heroes that went into the blazing tent that day that never came out again. We will remember you always. And I'd like to just have a special dedication for all the children that died that day, that we remember them always, because as we know, the vast majority of the victims were women and children. And we truly do remember all the children that day who had their whole lives and their future ahead of them, hopes and wishes like we all do, and they were never able to live their life out. So I just want to conclude that everybody has a story regarding this. Over the last 4 years, I've learned so many different things, and there's often stories within stories. So we are working right now on a commemorative book that we will soon be able to share with you, and that you in turn will be able to share with your children, your grandchildren, so that we may never forget and we may always remember. Thank you.